Welcome to The Explainer, where we turn complex topics into clear, actionable insights. And today, we are diving headfirst into something huge, the EU AI Act. This isn't just another piece of regulation. It's a law that is going to fundamentally change how every single business in Europe uses artificial intelligence.
So if you're building AI, selling it, or, just using it in your day-to-day business, think HR, marketing, you name it, well, listen up. Because the rules of the game in Europe have just been completely rewritten. Forever. What we've got here is this landmark regulation, and it's trying to do something really ambitious. It wants to balance innovation, letting the cool tech flourish, with protecting fundamental human rights. And let me be clear, for any business, getting your head around this is no longer just a nice to have. It's absolutely crucial.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the new rulebook, figure out where you fit in, tackle the AI risk ladder, dig into the rules for high-risk stuff, go through a launch checklist, and then see what's on the horizon. All right, first things first, a new rulebook for AI. It's all about balancing innovation and trust, so let's unpack what that really means. The Act itself lays out its whole philosophy right here. It says AI should be human-centric. It should be a tool for people, aiming to increase our well-being. See, that's the core idea. This isn't about stopping progress. It's about making sure AI is developed and used responsibly for us. So you can think of it as having this dual mission. On one hand, it's about fostering innovation, right? Create one set of clear, predictable rules across the whole EU so developers can build and sell their AI without hitting a wall of different laws in every country. But on the other hand, it's about building trust, making sure we all feel confident that this technology is safe and respects our basic rights. It's a tough balancing act, for sure. Right, so this is the crucial part. The act doesn't treat everyone the same. Your obligations, what you legally have to do, it all depends on your specific role in this whole AI ecosystem. So the big question you need to be asking right now is, where do we fit in? Okay, first up, we have providers. If you're the one who actually develops an AI system, maybe you're an AI agency or you've built an AI system from the ground up to sell, then under this law, you're a provider. You're putting it out there on the market, so naturally you've got the most on your plate responsibility-wise. Then there are the deployers. This is anyone who uses an AI system as part of their business. Think about it. Are you using an AI tool in your HR department to screen resumes? Or maybe you've got an AI chatbot for customer service. If that's you, then you're a deployer. And honestly, this is where a ton of businesses are going to find themselves. And getting this right, provider or deployer, is absolutely the first step. Because your answer to that question defines your legal duties. It's the key that unlocks your entire compliance roadmap. Now, this is where things get really interesting. The Act doesn't just paint all AI with the same brush. Instead, it uses a really smart risk-based approach. Think of it like a ladder. So here it is, the AI risk ladder. You've got 4 rungs. At the bottom, minimal risk, which is where most AI systems are going to live. Think spam filters or video games. Then you've got limited risk, high risk, and all the way at the top, unacceptable risk. And where your AI sits on this ladder, that dictates literally everything you need to do. The real action and the real regulations are in those top tiers. So let's start at the top, unacceptable risk. These are the things that are just flat out banned. No exceptions. We're talking about things like social scoring by governments, but also, and this is a big one for businesses, emotion recognition systems in the workplace or in schools. Those are now off limits. Okay, one rung down is the high risk category. And this is where it gets really serious for a lot of companies. Remember being a deployer? Well, if you're using AI for recruitment, like sorting through job applications, or for things like credit scoring, or deciding who gets into a university, those systems are automatically classified as high risk. Why? Because a bad decision from that AI could have a massive direct impact on a person's life. So if your AI lands in that high risk bucket, what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means you've got a pretty strict set of rules to play by. Yeah, if you're a provider of a high-risk system, the checklist is extensive. You need a continuous risk management system. You have to ensure your data is high quality and free from bias, a huge task in itself. You need tons of technical documentation, you need logs to trace how it works, and maybe most importantly, you have to build in meaningful human oversight. A person has to be able to step in and pull the plug if needed. Okay, that was a lot of theory. So let's make this super practical. What does this look like as a strategic checklist? What are the actual steps you need to take before launching a new high-risk AI initiative? All right, here's your 6-step game plan for any high-risk system. First, you classify it. Is it high risk or not? Simple question, massive implications. Second, you implement a risk management process. Third, you get your data governance in order. Fourth, you document everything. Seriously, everything. Fifth, you have to perform a conformity assessment to prove you've done all this. And finally, number 6, you register your system in a public EU database. This is a complete 180 from the old move fast and break things mindset, isn't it? Okay, last section. Let's pull back and look at the big picture. What's the real impact here for your business and for the future of AI? This table really sums it up. Before, the rules were all over the place, totally fragmented. The approach was reactive. We'd wait for something to go wrong. Now, it's a harmonized, predictable framework that's proactive. It forces you to think about risks before they happen. We're moving beyond just GDPR and data privacy to a much bigger picture: safety, rights, ethics, the whole shebang. And now, accountability is crystal clear. We know who's responsible for what: the provider and the deployer. And in case you're thinking, we'll just deal with it later, you might want to reconsider. The penalties for getting this wrong are staggering. We're talking up to 35 million euros, or even 7% of your total worldwide turnover. That's a number that can put you out of business. So yeah, the EU is not messing around.
Look, at the end of the day, AI is reshaping our entire world. And this act, it's more than just a regulatory headache. It's really an opportunity. It's a chance to get ahead of the curve, to build products and services that people genuinely trust, and to lead the charge in responsible innovation. So the real question isn't if you need to adapt, but is your business ready to lead?